Hello again, YouTube. In this video, we'll be following up with the last one, which involved completing the square of a quadratic expression. In this video, we will be completing the square of an expression where the coefficient of x squared is not 1, which is a little bit more challenging than when the coefficient of x squared is 1, but we'll still get it done. And just a little side note for those of you guys out there who are not familiar with the terminologies that I use. A coefficient is a number that is placed before a variable and it indicates that they're being multiplied, while a variable is a symbol, usually a letter that stands in front of an unknown numerical value. So just to illustrate what I'm talking about, I'll just use the expression 2x. So in this case, the 2 is the coefficient of x. Coefficient. While the x, which is a little bit marked out there, the x is the variable that's being multiplied by 2 or is multiplying 2. Okay, and so with that being said, we'll just move on to completing the square of this expression, 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. So just like in the last video, you want to start by putting parentheses around the x terms. So we'll do that like so. And then from there, you want to factor out the coefficient of the x squared term, which is 2 in that case. And if you factor out 2 there, then you'll be left with x squared plus 5x over 2. And then you put a parentheses here. And then you'll write back plus 3. All right, good. So from here, what you want to do is that you want to halve the coefficient of the x term, which is 5 over 2. So halving that, after halving that, you want to square it and then add it to the parentheses, just like in the last video. So doing so, you'll have x squared plus 5x over 2 plus, and then if you're taking the half, you're taking half of 5 over 2, then you're going to end up with 5 over 4. So in that case, we'll have 5 over 4 all squared, and then you'll put a parenthesis, close parenthesis here, and then you put back plus 3. Alright, in the next step now, since we've added that to the parentheses, then we have to subtract it from the expression. And you have to subtract it along with the product of whatever is in front out here. So let's show you how you do that. So you have 2 in parentheses x squared plus 5x over 2 plus 5 over 4 all squared, parentheses plus 3, and then you're going to put a minus sign here. Then let's just put that in red right there. So what we're doing right now is that we're subtracting the 5 over 4 that we had just added, the 5 over 4 squared. 5 over 4 squared. But at the same time, you have to multiply by what number is out here to the 5 over 4 all squared that is being subtracted. So we'll put a 2 right there. Alright, so from here, we recognize that this here is a perfect square trinomial. So we want to rewrite that as a binomial. So we'll get rid of the squares like in the last video. We'll get rid of the squares that are right here. And we'll get rid of this middle term right here. So you'll be left with 2 in parentheses x plus 5 over 4 all squared plus 3 minus, and then what we want to do over here is that we want to simplify. So 5 over 4 all squared, that's going to simplify out to 25 over 16 times 2. Then I'll just show you how I simplify that. Plus 3 minus, and then 25 over 16 multiplied by 2. The 2 is just going to cancel the 16 and give you 8 underneath there. And then 3 minus 25 over 8. I'll just show you how I do that. So I'll just picture that the 3 is just over 1. So you'll just multiply 8 to the bottom and 8 to the top. So you will be left with 24 minus 25 over 8, which is equal to negative 1 over 8. And then let's just clean up everything, and you'll be left with 2x plus 5 over 4 all squared minus 1 over 8. And let me just draw a line so that you guys don't mix up that side work that I did right there. All of this here is just side work. Okay, and this here is the final product. And there we go. We've completed the square where the coefficient of x squared of the quadratic expression is not 1. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment any other topics you'd like to see me do. Thank you for watching.